I keep forgetting to turn off my battery charger. Anyways, so what I did after it overheated, I finished adding the adhesive strips to here. I don't know if you can see it, it's slightly pinkish reddish. So this is the protective coating so it doesn't stick. So right now I'm gonna try and put the bezel back on the screen, and then I will peel off the adhesive backing once I can make sure I can get it back in properly. So first thing, you want to get the bottom part in first. That's the hardest part. Okay, once you get that, I think everything else should clip in easily. So just push on the bottom. It looks like it does go on pretty easily, so I am going to remove the adhesive. Okay, so the hard part with putting this back in while it's in the whole screen attached to the laptop, it's really hard to pinch these two layers together, so, and to get it to go past, because you don't have much area to work with it. So now that we got that out, I'm going to peel off these pieces. Okay, so we will peel off the protective layer. I cut out the little thing of debris here, so it was sticking out a little bit. I didn't want that pushing against the screen. Okay. Oh, why is this protective layer not coming off? Let's go from this side. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to peel off all this protective layer. Again, the top half I didn't add any of that protective stuff, or the adhesive, because it already has clips that are really close to the edge, and there's still some residue that will kind of stick, but usually it's not important for the top layer because dust and stuff fall down from the top. So that way, if we do need to take it out again, at least we can start with the top layer and it will be a lot easier. Okay, so again, make sure you push down this piece first. Alright, once you get that in place, then you can push the clips in. Make sure that it lines up because it can shift slightly to the left or right. Okay, there we go. Make sure that clips in. Just like that. Make sure you get the other part of this to go flat. Okay. So there we go, and then slide up towards the sides to get the adhesive stuck down, and make sure to clip the top in, just like that. Once you got everything clipped in place, you can just run your fingers along the edges to make sure the adhesive holds down properly. Okay, just like that. Okay, there we go. So now we got the screen in place. Now what we want to do is, again, get the thread locker. If you don't have it, you can do it without it, but just make sure if your screws come loose that you want to tighten them. Don't keep using the computer if your if your screen becomes wobbly. Okay, so again, we're just going to hang it over like this, like how it was before. Put the screen in place. Like that. Okay, now we have to take the screws, add some of the thread locker, just like this. I don't want to do it over the computer, so okay, and then put the screw back in. This screen, because the hinges have these raised plastic bits to keep it in place, you can put the screw in tight right away. But normally when I work on computers, if I'm putting the hinges, I'll put all the screws in loosely first, and then I'll tighten them all down after to make sure that everything is aligned properly. Okay, so put this screw in. Make sure it's tight. Alright, last two screws. let's see, where did this one screw go? Let me get the cover, because it has, I have to make sure I don't put the screw in the wrong spot. Okay, so when this is on, okay. Alright, so this one goes down in this corner. And then the last screw for the hinges. Alright, tighten that up good. Alright, so now we got all those screws in place. We can close the screen. You want to close it slowly because it doesn't have all the screws holding the hinge in place. Okay, and then we got to route these cables back in like before. And then plug it back in. Oh, I have a bad viewing angle from this side, so I'm going to have to flip it over. Okay, just line it up, put it slightly at an angle. Make sure these cables can sometimes be a little tricky to put back in because it might get caught on something, so you kind of have to work around with it. All right, there we go. Put that latch back down, put the adhesive back over. Okay, it's all curled up. Let's see. This adhesive was actually supposed to go over the screw mount hole, but for some reason they didn't do that, so let me put that over here. I guess that's why they didn't do it. It's a little tricky. Okay. Just like that. There we go. Now we got to put the wireless antenna in. So just route it through the guide area. And again, the black sticker goes in the white triangle connector and the white sticker goes in the black triangle sticker. So let's see if I can zoom in and show this. Okay, so for these antennas, just like every other model, make sure it's lined up. When you know it's lined up, you can try and move it. It'll stay in place and then you can push it down. Okay. Okay. I like to rub my fingernail over it to make sure that it's in the right spot. If it doesn't move around, then you know it's good. Snap that in. Now we just got to put the battery back. Okay, let's zoom back out. Sorry for making this a two-parter. I accidentally overheated my phone. Okay, so just push this back in like that. Make sure it's lined up properly. If you put it in wrong, you can actually damage the computer. So make sure you plug it in the right way. Okay, now we'll put back these 4 screws holding the battery. Okay, just like that. My other customer might be here, so I might have to end the recording, but let's see. So usually after doing that, I'll turn it on, make sure it's good. In some cases, you might need to plug it in the first time, but if you see the light come on, so it is turning on. So now again, since we removed the battery and held the power button, it's going to have a CMOS reset error, so just wait for it. It's going to take a while. Just be patient. The first time I did it, I thought something was wrong. If you turn it on and it never comes up, if nothing ever comes on the screen, even after you wait like 10-20 minutes, then there's a good chance that the RAM is either bad or you didn't reinsert the RAM properly, so make sure. So here you can see CMOS reset. Okay, so just press enter. You will have to change the date and time back. Let me make sure it's not going to show their user account. But yeah, if your CMOS is reset, you will have to redo the date and time. Okay, you can see it shows the HP, it's booting up. So let me make sure if it just shows the date and time, then I can show it. Otherwise, I'll have to cover the username. Okay, so here you go. Shows date and time. This one is a touchscreen model, So make sure I got fingerprints all over it because I was testing the touchscreen, but here you can see the date and time and stuff is moving when I do that, so the touchscreen is working. So we are good to go. So, oh, I hope I didn't show it there. But anyways, I'm turning it off now. Everything looks like it's working properly. So we are going to shut this. I shut it down, and then we just put the cover back on. So to put the cover back on, again, since this part came out last, you want to put that part in first. Okay, just make sure all the clips go in, just like that, and then just go down along the sides, clip it all in place, just like that. Make sure the middle is all clipped as well, and then you just put all the screws back in. Alright, so my customer's here, so I'm going to wrap this up off camera. But hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe because that'll help others find this video. It'll also help me. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Where's the...